Oh.
Episode 28-ish in there. Between 25 and 28.
I think.
It might be 29.
Hold on.
Who fucking knows?
24. No, 25 and 26 were bad. 27 was. So this is 28.
28 of my podcast, His Man Cave.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
Glenn
edit it out.
Stewart. This is Johnny Gates, and
Yeah.
we have Aiden Fitzgerald, who has spelled his name wrong on the board.
Did you?
I'll forgive you, Glenn.
Yeah, you know what else I did? I sent him to David Allen's house by accident.
Oh,
Instead of
that reminds me. David Allen texted me and said, "Hey, buddy."
Oh yeah,
Are
well,
you? Wow.
we need to go ahead and text because David's always down to show up and be on the podcast. And first things first, we're going to apologize. We've been having technical difficulties out the motherfucking
Freudian
ass.
slip talking about dick, huh?
Difficulties.
Difficulties. Right in his mouth.
That's right. Nothing makes this podcast great like me talking about dick in my mouth.
All right, back on topic. We have had technical difficulties.
Correction. I've had mental technical difficulties. Johnny's been having work-related technical difficulties, and then we had software on top of all of that.
Yeah. Software started it. No, software didn't start that. Anyway, we've had some issues. We apologize. We're going to dump, I think, 25, 26, 27, 28.
All verbal.
What? No, 25, 26. 25, 26 will be audio only. And 27 I'm going to release, and then, like, maybe the next day
Yeah, we just.
I'm probably going to dump them all at once, to be honest.
Yeah, let's just dump them all at once.
on the Anchor, on YouTube, the whole 9 yards.
Spotify,
and we'll try to just get back on track.
Yeah. Also,
all we can do is better.
thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for putting your comments. Shout out again with our faces to Joseph for always making sure that he listens, and he always puts comments on there, and he's like asking questions.
Hey, you guys, does this shirt look good with this tie?
No,
I really
what-
need to know. I have a date tonight. Hello?
We'll mention something,
Hello?
and it'll be like, man, that fucking bird, and he'll be like, fucking birds.
Fucking
like,
birds.
like he's just more like, yeah, it's good stuff.
And we reply none of the time.
I always like them.
Do you? Well, then we're doing something.
Yeah, I mean,
And I say we because I'm taking part of that credit just because it says Glenn Johnny Cast.
So you see on the board over there, Aiden, where it says Wendy Williams fart / frontage. So there was there was a picture of Wendy Williams where it looked like her dick was showing. And so I told Johnny about it. He's like, oh, man, I got to see that. And I was like, just type in Wendy Williams dick. Do not type in Wendy Williams dick.
No,
it is
do
an
not.
entire
It is
genre
a
of
completely
porn.
different Wendy Williams.
It is
And
ridiculous.
she has a huge dick.
So much. It was so fucking terrible. Like the whole time, we're just me and Johnny at the same. Oh God, wait! Go back.
That dick had a cell tower on top of it.
It was fucking
That dick was big as
ridiculous.
fuck, man.
I just, it was so.
Oh, no.
So
Abort.
That is
Abort.
not what you look up, people. So she farted, huh?
Dude, that was one of the funniest things I've ever watched, man. So she leans and everything in the middle of conversation. Did you see it?
Nah, I didn't.
Dude, she leans and lets a wet one rip and then keeps going. And then the best part about it is, like, this happened on, like, a Thursday. when
Now,
she
was it
farted.
on a live show?
Well, I don't know if they're live, but it was on one of her shows.
She just see, that sucks. If you're not on film, and like you're not supposed to be on, y'all shouldn't be filming her farting.
she was in the middle of a taping.
It doesn't
She had
matter.
She had an audience and shit, but she farted. And then the best part is like the fart happened on Fartgate was on Thursday, and then she came out on like Tuesday or something like that, or whatever it was, a couple days later, and she was like, "I didn't fart. I be talking too much, so I burp. I very rarely fart." And then had like this.
Did you just say
I swear to God.
Just-
I mean, I could find it and play it for you.
No, I'm good.
But no, look, okay,
I
so
be
it gets
farting.
even better.
That-
She had this whole segment on how she did not fart, and then she went on with her show, and then she had another segment later on with one of her, I guess, stage guys, and he was like, yeah, we had a tube of gas back there for this magician, and we didn't have this can of gas back there for the magician that was on that episode, and we didn't have the right size tube, so whenever we were releasing the pressure, that's what you actually heard. And as soon as I heard that, I immediately went to the comments, and the comments were beautiful. Now I 100% believe you farted. I guarantee that was. I mean, it was just all shit.
Do we live in a society where you can't claim a fart?
She did not want to.
Like
I'm gonna tell you right now, that was a wet fart.
Like
She
what-
shit herself.
What if she didn't?
Well, I mean,
Now, the reason I'm saying that is underneath those stage lights, you're hot and sweaty.
Now, okay, I'll give you that. Her ass may have been sweaty
Yeah.
when she farted. It definitely had the sound of liquid. But there was dampness in her asshole when that fart let
Yeah,
loose.
there was definitely some wetness.
Yeah, no.
I'm
There
not
was some
saying
mo- there
I'm
was
not
some
saying there
moisture
wasn't any
passing.
moisture. What I'm saying is, do we live in a society where it's a sin to fart?
No, I
I
thought it was
mean,
hilarious.
So like, you talked about your kids, how like you have a little girl, beautiful little girl. She just rips that shit.
Dude, I'm still trying. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine, but like I have a little sister around the same age probably. We were in the car today dropping my mom off for a mammogram, and she's just sitting there like,
Leather seats.
just like ripping that shit straight for like a minute, and it's just like, are you all right? Did you freaking shit yourself
yeah.
back
Do you need a wipe?
So I just want you
I
to
keep
know.
wipes in the center console.
He sent me a meme today, and I think you're going to love it because it's just something you'd listen to. It shows like a mom and a daughter in a car, and it said, "There is no greater trust than two cannibals performing oral sex."
Man.
I thought you'd like that. There's no greater trust.
I mean, the thing that scares me that got stuck in my head was it's a mom and a little daughter. You said.
Oh, no,
it's
she's
just-
teenager.
She's a teenager.
Oh, well, I mean, she's 18,
Her-
18-ager? An 18
I don't-
ager?
It was a cartoon. It was.
Oh, it was a cartoon.
So
Okay, I
it's-
missed that
it
part.
What
was
is it,
Phineas-
Phineas and Ferb?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, now,
Phineas and
but
Ferb.
once you say that, it's absolutely it's Phineas and Ferb's mom and sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't get on board with that because I watched Phineas and Ferb. That's my favorite.
I've seen that
It's
shit.
my
It's
favorite
pretty good.
opening theme song
I
of
dig.
any cartoon ever.
Oh yeah, that's good.
It's 104 days of summer vacation. And school comes along just to end it. I'm telling you, it's dope as fuck. It's
like
rocking
a-
it, jam.
Sometimes I really hate how happy you are about being a father.
Oh, dude, it's great.
I love Phineas and Ferb. Oh,
Oh,
God,
just
me
stick
and you are
with
going to
us,
be
'cause
whenever I
Phineas
have
and
kids,
Ferb
we're going to be the
are
complete
gonna
opposite.
do it all.
You're going to be like, Glenn, I love being a dad. And I'm going to be like, I fucking hate my kids. Fucking bastards are terrible.
Oh, I never once said I didn't hate my children. Jesus Christ.
I just like their
No,
things.
no, we get along, but it's usually when I'm baked.
My favorite
bit
thing that
silly.
happened.
I feel
So
that.
wait, explain to me this Cap GoFundMe. I'm assuming that's Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick. One of the funniest things on the internet is people's hatred for somebody else.
And they hate
and they
Colin.
hate
They
Colin
hate
Kaepernick.
Colin
just for
Kaepernick.
taking the knee on the field.
So Colin Kaepernick made a statement about
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant's passing, and my
Oh,
condolences. It wasn't anything bad. He just gave his condolences, and people immediately got on board and got him a GoFundMe page to get his own helicopter because they want him to die.
What the?
Dude, the comments were ruthless.
What
It was nuts. But it was one of the funniest things I ever read because that's how fucked up these people are. They started a
What the
GoFundMe page to get Colin
much
Kaepernick.
money does it have?
I hadn't looked. Cause
Gabby, can you look that up?
Who
How
has
much-
the
look-
fucking time for that
Dude,
shit?
I'm telling you, the hatred runs rampant.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Let
now-
the hate flow through you. Let it flow the dark side. But yeah, I thought that was fucking.
That is-
man. I
oh.
laughed. I mean, I laughed for the wrong reasons. I mean, I have no problem with what he did. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Bless you. Either way, I don't.
There
think,
was a tube.
I don't. Yeah. Oh yeah.
for a
No, we had a
magician.
magician on.
Hayden's a magician.
I don't talk a lot. I normally fart.
Like low key, I do actually do fucking magic.
Helicopters
Really?
I can
cost
do some card tricks.
between 1.2 million.
I have a
and
bomb ass
15
card
million.
trick.
No, he was
No,
wondering
no.
how much the GoFundMe.
How much
page
is the
for Colin
GoFundMe?
Kaepernick.
I knew that a helicopter was expensive.
It's a little expensive. Yeah.
So you do magician work?
Yeah, I can do a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. And I know you do jazz?
It's you said that shit
With a
like
question mark?
like
A big one?
you like.
Is there such thing as a capital question mark? 'Cause that's what that was. Jesus
Yes.
fucking Christ, man.
Yeah, that was it.
You were just sitting there like, is jazz a thing? I feel like
I
it
didn't-
is.
I
Am I
don't-
spelling that right?
Well, I mean, I didn't go back to the 1940s or
J's?
20s and was like back when it was hip and come on to my house, to my house.
What the fuck was that?
we have laughed
shit.
more this episode than we've laughed most. Ah.
Yes, I do the jazz that you are so uncertain about, Glenn.
Well, it's not that I'm uncertain about it. It's just really weird in 2020 to meet somebody that is an avid promoter of jazz.
I don't know how to explain it.
He has no defense.
Well, no,
you're right.
I really don't,
I
because
shouldn't.
it's like classical music. Like hearing like somebody like, I guess it's a little different than that, but still it's like classical music. Hearing somebody like, I sit there and like sit in my house and sing opera all day, and you're like,
But see,
I
then,
don't sit
see,
in my-
then whenever you do comedy, I get confused because you talk about not getting laid, and I'm like, it's the jazz thing. It's
that's funny.
play metal. Metal women love fucking. like if you could play metal trumpet, that's what I want to see you do. Let's hear some metal trumpet. He said he was going to bring his horn, but he didn't want to toot it.
He didn't want to toot his own horn. That's one of my jokes. Why aren't
I
you
was about to
snorting
say
right
that
now?
was a fucking
'Cause I mean,
dad joke.
Jesus
and
Christ,
fucking
that's
half.
fantastic.
That was a fantastic
Dude, where
dad
you at,
joke.
man? Come on.
Then you do it for me, because
There, see, now you're getting there. Look, ladies and gentlemen, it took 28 episodes to get Glenn on board. I knew it would happen. There it is. I love it.
Oh shit. No,
So,
I mean
I don't know what Aiden was expecting, because I don't know if he's watched every episode, but every time we've had a guest, there's a part of me that just moderately kind of shits on him. Not on purpose, but it's...
You are kind of a piece of shit. Now. I'm just saying.
To be fair, you shit on me outside the podcast too, so you know.
Hey, man, what y'all do on Saturday is up to you guys. I was wondering why I don't ever hear from you on the weekends. But now I
It's 'cause
see
I'm
you're
shitting on
busy.
Aiden.
All right.
He used to be taller. It's made him weaker. It's stunted his growth. Gabby, do you have an answer for us? Producer
Yes.
Gabby. I
Oh,
just want
yeah.
you to
How
know.
much money has Colin Kaepernick's GoFundMe page raised to get him a helicopter?
So far, 30,000. But
Shit.
it's only
That
out
sounds way too high.
It's out of 500,000 with normal helicopter costs.
But the fucked up part
1.2
about
That's the
it-
fact that people have given $30,000.
That's what I said. The fucked up part about it is people gave
Oh,
$30,000, which means that he can probably charter.
You know what the worst? You know what the worst part about that is?
Man,
Is the
that's
same
fucked up.
people that are paying money to get Colin Kaepernick a fucking helicopter, the same ones that are bitching about how much money we waste in the government.
Yeah, or
My
the-
tax dollars are going for this.
No, those are the same ones that burnt them Nikes that
Well,
they
so
paid
that-
$125
or the-
for.
Oh, I wasn't burning my fucking
No,
Nikes.
Now, are you
Fuck
fucking out of your
that,
mind? Are
no.
you kidding me?
60
Oh, man, I don't
plus.
agree with that guy. I'm going to keep wearing my shoes. They were expensive.
You know what really irritates me about it, on a serious note about it, is the fact that most of the people that hate Colin Kaepernick are also big on, well, we have the First Amendment right. We can say what we want
Oh,
to.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and now he does it, and they're like, well, we don't like what
No,
he's got to
wait
say.
I don't think it has ever had any, because that brings me to the American flag commercial that aired during the Super Bowl, the one that was set to Johnny Cash's Raggedy Old Flag, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
That's
You
a
know,
great song.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, they did a commercial that was set to that, and people immediately said that it was an obvious knock on Colin Kaepernick. Well, my problem is, I haven't ever heard anybody bitch about. I've never really heard anybody bitch about his message.
No.
They just bitch about when he is trying to promote it.
That just reminded me. I'm sorry to
No, you're
interrupt
good.
you, but there's a song. I'm sorry, I cleared my throat. There's a song, like a crappy bullshit country song about that. Like, I can't remember the song right now.
About the Raggedy Old Flag?
No.
Oh.
Like about Colin Kaepernick, and like it's like, when we go down to the field, the only knee I want to see. It's like some bullshit like that. It's literally a crappy bullshit country song about all that shit.
I've never even heard it.
I'll have to send it to you.
I
It's
remember
glorious.
there was a time whenever Merle Haggard put out a song called Fix America First. And the opening of the song is, why don't we liberate these United States? We're the ones that seem to need it the worst. And it's a whole song about, why are we fixing the world's problems? We can't get our own shit together. They banned it on the radio.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, but my point about that is,
But you didn't hear Merle Haggard bitching about it.
No,
like, oh,
no,
God, they're
no.
being mean to me.
it's different times.
He just smoked a blunt.
No,
and
this
like,
was
I'm good
literally
now.
Who
this
gives
is
a fuck?
no,
All
this
right,
is
I'll
like
just
after
put it on my
20
album and
this
people
is
will
like
buy it.
after 2010. Like,
for real?
Yeah, like between 2010
Well,
and
but
the time he died.
my point is I've never heard anybody complain about the message, just when he's done it.
Right.
And I do not see the correlation to it being a knock on Colin Kaepernick, that this commercial is a knock on Colin Kaepernick, because the commercial is only about the American flag, that song, Raggedy Old Flag, and how you're proud of the flag.
no matter
What it's been through, yeah, and it's more about being American, and it's a ad that played during the Super Bowl, which is one of the most American fucking
yeah.
things that there is. And you mean to tell me that you think that you really think that was a knock on Colin Kaepernick? You think anybody that wants to talk about being proud of America is going to be thinking about Colin Kaepernick when they're talking about being, because he's clearly not proud of America. He said it.
My favorite commercial in the Super Bowl.
Not a knock on him. Fuck
honestly, my favorite commercial in the Super Bowl was not a funny one.
Mm.
It was a Kia commercial.
Mm.
But
off.
it's,
Kapak?
no,
He's got the
no, it was like the dad-
self-packing car.
No, that's not the one.
I know it's not. You said
Okay, yeah, like so, yeah.
What's your favorite commercial, Glenn?
No, what it was like the dad's riding through the neighborhood and
Spy.
he sees his kid running,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just taking him to football practice, but he's basically giving him this message of you can be anything you want to be, kind of. It's just a really heartfelt
Yeah.
commercial. It hit you in the feels.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I thought about like my dad. My dad didn't even stop to watch the. I hope you get to practice.
No.
Oh, you do football?
No.
Huh.
I was talking about this.
That's how your dad.
Oh, look, hey, my dad on the real. Any of y'all that didn't have a dad that was hard as hell on y'all are missing out. I won a race one night, got over to the tech area. I'm fucking just happy as a lark, and my dad's like, you could have won that better.
Oh my fuck.
I was like,
You could have won that a little bit faster, son.
I'm sorry I didn't meet your expectations, Dad.
that's you couldn't. My dad's got so high expectations. Like my dad literally just financed him a brand new trailer. I want you to come see this fucking camper he's got. It's fucking amazing.
Nice.
It's super nice. It's like me and you could, not me and you together, but me or you could live in this thing, right? But the thing is my dad can find something to bitch about.
Yeah.
My dad's like, it doesn't have a level on there. I'm like, levels are $5 at Lowe's.
They got ones with magnets on them. You stick it to the fridge.
He's
all
like,
night.
I just think for $30,000 it should have a fucking level.
Hey man,
I was
look,
like,
he's got a valid fucking point.
He does have
you
a
know?
point, but my point
I
is,
bet it has a self-leveling feature. He just don't realize. All you got to do is hit a button, and it just takes care of it.
but it's got one of those electric fireplaces. It's like totes legit so much
I have
better
to-
than his fucking trailer he lives in.
I have to point out to everyone
That I said totes
Glenn just
legit?
said totes. Not even totes. Not even the legit part. You just said totes.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Look, man, totes are things you put things into.
Yeah, thank you, Gabby.
Did you just First Amendment me?
Way to
Man,
go.
I'm about to
That is a
I'm about
clean
to express
save.
my First Amendment rights in this motherfucker too, I'm
Just
sorry.
want you to know that for all of our listeners that are fans, we have our new producer who's week.
Right, and I am still changing the cameras.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
he is great. You had to ask him to look something up. This dude's doing a hell of a job. Worth every penny we pay for your motherfucking ass.
At least we have a, you know what, I will say that we have a very, very, whenever we picked a classy gay Filipino to produce one of the most savage, intolerant shows on the fucking internet.
I'm gonna take full responsibility.
This
I'm
isn't the Joe
talking
Rogan
shit,
podcast.
but I'm gonna take full responsibility that it's my fault that Gabby's doing a shit job as a producer.
Yeah, 'cause like,
because I sat down with the keyboard in front of me and I didn't hand it to him because I wasn't thinking about it. So that's on me. I'm shit talking. Gabby, you're the best. Thank you for being here.
what?
So yeah, my favorite Super Bowl commercial is probably the Jeep one. Made fun of Groundhog Day. That one was alright.
How would you know? You only watched half of the football game before you decided to give up on it.
I saw.
You're the reason they lost because you gave up midway.
I'm pretty sure that third interception is the reason they lost.
Well,
I'm going on a limb.
in all
Didn't have nothing to do with that guy.
In all fairness, fucking Mahomes threw two as well.
What happened when he went?
my favorite time they stopped the camera is when Richard Sherman's face hit the fucking ground and slid a foot.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
And it just shows that the guy still got the touchdown, and Richard Sherman's face is just face down. And you're just like, but I'm going to be honest with you. Richard Sherman's pissing me the fuck off. Your job is not to hesitate when the guy gets the fucking football.
Well,
Did you see him? He'll run up and, like, what am I supposed to do? Your job is to kill him. Why are you not killing him? Why are you hesitating? In his defense, my ass. Knock the
defense,
motherfucker's head off. I want to see. I love it when they get hit and the helmet falls off. And it's
yeah.
like, now you have no protection and you're at the bottom of a pile of fucking man meat.
in Richard Sherman's defense,
He has been one of the most
You can't put a
penalized.
sorry ass receiver like Crabtree up against me.
You did. Look, that year.
That's the best thing when he's
No.
talking to what's her nuts, and he's like, "They don't better not ever say nothing about me. They've been talking about me," and she was like, "Who's been talking about you? What the fuck are you talking about?" That was one of the best moments.
My
in
favorite
fucking
thing is when
NFL
he's
history.
mouthing off to that fucking linebacker from the fucking Washington Redskins. This fucking giant behemoth of a man. And he's all like, "Yeah, mother," and he just gets slapped. He's like, "Oh, he slapped me! He slapped me!" And I'm like, "Where's the flag? The game is over." You don't get. Can you imagine if we got penalties? Like if me and you were just like walking through life and
We had a referee.
Penalty.
Oh my
Walking
God.
too fast.
No, I think I'd be good.
That's a false start.
I think I'd be
Too
all
many
right.
men on the field.
I don't know what kind of life you're living, bro. Jesus.
Go ahead. You're about to.
I was about to say I'm bisexual, so there's never enough men on the field or women.
There you
Really,
go.
just throw enough at me.
Just put him out there.
Now, Gabby, how does that make you feel that he's got
The
the,
only
confidence
other-
to fuck everybody?
I think Dave Chappelle calls you selfish.
I call him
No,
greedy.
he called me.
that what it is?
No, he
It's-
called
it was,
me.
It was
ew.
me.
He called me ew.
Yeah, no, but I got on there one night and was talking about bisexual and polyamorous, and it translated in Keithville is greedy.
He's greedy.
That's like a lot of confidence to fuck everyone, to wake up and be like, there is no.
Well,
I got enough for everyone.
Well, so
no,
They'll
no.
all like this.
here's the thing. I won't fuck everyone. Most of all, like
Yeah.
you two, not on the
out
list.
of the
not
out of the
even.
thing.
Oh.
I bet if I did my beard right and like
No.
poked my ass out, you'd be like, "Man, that
You know,
Johnny, it's a
you know
thick
what I think.
motherfucker."
You know what I think
Reminds
turns him
me of
off?
cold peanut
White
butter.
privilege. That's what it is. He just.
And I definitely am in because I have no privilege.
I was gonna say.
I paid $785 to possess a joint roach. All right, my privilege does not exist. Go fuck
I was
yourself.
about to say white privilege ends at white trash.
You
Let's
think I'm
clear that up.
joking? Hold on.
No, I agree with that. Like
no,
if you pour us,
don't you dare.
No,
What are you doing?
I'm just gonna say to Gabs, I promise you, no, half of that. $785 for being in possession of that. Fuck out of here with that shit.
my white privilege was very clear to me when I got pulled over 3 times going to Ruston, going about 85, probably higher. And the cop saw my military ID, and I literally didn't say shit to him. I was just like, I'm just trying to get the class officer. 10 minutes go by, he's like, all right, well, slow the fuck down.
Yeah, slow the fuck down.
See, that's not how it works with me. I got pulled over on the way to work, and he's like, he goes, you were going 70 and a 60, and I'm like, yeah, and he's like, that's a ticket.
No, it's not, but that's very bad. That's bad.
No, it was a ticket.
Oh, it
It was
was?
a $365 ticket.
Believe it.
Well, fuck me.
I got
Because-
stories I can tell you, but I can't tell them on air because they're
And so
incriminating.
if anybody ever says that Shreveport cops won't write you a ticket, you are wrong.
Oh, they absolutely will.
Yeah.
I
Now
like-
Bozier's worse. I don't even
This
think about.
is-
I won't even let the thought.
I'll make sure my gas cap is screwed on.
When I get
It's
into
like a
Bossier,
miniature Texas up there.
Fuck you.
Like, no, this is how I know I have white privilege, though. Is I literally was at a red light. There's nobody fucking around. I was coming home from a gig, and I'm literally like, fuck it, I'm going to run the red light. Nobody's fucking here. Boo! Like, literally, like, out the fucking nowhere, pulled over. Black dude, I was sitting there thinking, like, well, I'm fucked. He's like,
because he's black.
That's racist.
Way to go, Aiden. Nobody's coming to your
show your cards.
Good
Why
Lord,
don't you?
nobody's going to your shows now.
to be fair, nobody would. Okay, I'll leave it.
Nobody goes there anymore.
I was gonna. I don't know him well enough, but I thought of the joke. What shows?
Exactly. No, I have shows. I'll tell them at the end. No, so literally, the guy was...
Damn, look at that.
How much time do we need? 5-10 minutes? We'll keep it for you.
4 to 3 seconds.
Anyway.
Oh, my God.
Jesus.
I last longer than that, Glenn.
See, no.
No, so...
Why are you giving me the look? I don't need your judgment, your Filipino gay judgment. I'm not needing it right now. You curse me with not those third world eyes. Do you understand
He
me?
said, "Y'all two better quit flirting. He's gonna fuck you up." Remember, you're his.
Yeah, he
You
saved
told
me
that
that
story
one
already.
night. God, he saved me.
You've been
to
spoken
make
for.
a long story short, the man
sorry.
saw my... No, you're fine, sir. He literally saw my military ID and was like, so you know better. I was like, yes, sir. He was like, all right, get the fuck out of here.
You think that's white privilege or military privilege?
It's probably military privilege in some ways.
Yeah.
The sphere,
and
box,
both
jail,
of your
whatever the fuck.
stories didn't have shit to do with being white.
Yeah,
you didn't
no.
show him your white card.
It wasn't like
You
you know.
showed him
I
your
had
fucking
I had a
military ID.
dead body in the back, and the guy was like, "Look, if you were a black guy, I'd take
God.
you in, but because you're white, here's a shovel." That would be white privilege.
Let me tell you
Hold
what.
on, let me tell you
Do
where
you
to
need
go.
help,
Yeah.
sir? Hang on.
No,
Wait.
there's a soft spot down by the river. It's real easy to dig.
You need 6 feet, sir. It needs to
No,
be a good 6 feet.
At least 4. Just pack it in good.
If it's clay.
Clay, you
If
need
it's
4.
clay, you
Yeah,
just need 4. Because it'll get harder.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
If it's soft soil,
700 hungry pigs is all you need.
is all you
It's
need.
all you need. They
Oh.
devour anything but teeth.
Some Silence of the Lamb.
No,
Or
they
is it-
no, they
snatch.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, you're right.
they'll-
Yeah, you're right.
They'll just that's how that fucking went. So you play the horn,
I do play the horn.
all right?
Which
That is-
horn?
I think you play multiple
I would say
instruments, don't
both.
you?
I do play both instruments.
Like trumpet?
Instruments. Oh,
Instruments.
Instruments.
He plays instruments.
Instruments. Like what you say? Both horns, like trumpet, cornet, trumpet, French horn, trumpet, trombone. What do you play?
No, I was making a bad joke.
He
of
was making
horn.
a horn of
Oh,
skin flute.
Skin flute.
phallic,
Okay.
a phallic
I'm
joke.
sorry. I apologize.
He was
Hold
the
on,
skin flute.
I got to turn my lisp on if I'm talking to this guy.
No, but I play.
Did you see how hard Gabby just rolled his fucking eyes when you did that shit?
Oh man, did I?
He's not even looking over here
Are you
anymore.
angry with us
No,
right now?
no, you
Oh.
can't offend him.
I didn't think I'd offended.
No,
you.
he lives with me. The shit that comes out of my
Hold on, do I
fucking
not have a
mouth.
good lisp? Come on now,
First of all,
I'd
sis,
say
the
it's
lip-
well.
Your lisp is not that good.
No,
It's okay.
Swell.
Swell. Okay.
Oh,
sorry.
Look, now I'm not trying to call you out on this
Wait a minute.
podcast. We were sitting there one day and
Sounds like you're calling him out.
this guy comes up and he's like, "Oh my God." And I mean, he's just and you see the look on Gabby's face. He instantly turns into B fucking Arthur. Just Dorothy Spornak, and he just he puts his cigarette and he goes, "You're the reason they hate us."
That's
Oh
fucking
my god!
Like,
What the
quote.
fuck? Damn.
You're the reason they make fun of us.
And he's like Gabby's one of those people that like nothing's that gay. Like it's beautiful. Oh, and like he works with this guy, and I hope he watches this podcast. But he's got like this shitty Hitler stash.
Oh, nice.
And the problem is he has the worst gay voice ever. He talks like this,
Like an uptight
constantly.
British
No.
Mm.
He's
Okay, like a
just
Mr. Garrison.
Yeah, like he's drawing it
Oh,
out.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
the
yeah.
potato chips are over there. And I only wear heavy flannel in the middle of summertime because I might get a little chilly. And you just want to look at him because any minute now he's going to be like, this flower is a Wilton.
I was wondering if I could get flour corn tortillas on that. Did you say flour corn? Fuck you. No, you cannot.
I need some of those Florn tortillas.
I'm going to need those with light lettuce. What do you mean?
I hate when somebody's trying to be
Lover,
a...
do you want chevron? Do you want chevron?
Can I have the sweet tea, but it's just like a little bit less sweet than normal?
he reminds me of
I'd
the-
say a half and half, but more
He
like
rem-
a third and a
To cover it up completely,
Some
he
water.
reminds me of the guy on every cooking competition that doesn't understand a little bit of saffron goes a long way.
He's just like, like a fucking
He's
cloud.
like, look at this, it's pink. It's saffron. But it's like $1,000 an ounce. What are you doing?
It's a cooking show, man.
No,
I ain't paying the bill.
No, but you'll see me. Like, he's
saff-
watched the look of horror on my face. I'm like, that's too much saffron.
But it's it's a strong flavor. You don't put.
How can you have too much Zac Efron? I mean,
Oh, you can't.
You can't.
You can't.
There's never enough.
I'm a good-looking motherfucking
That's
dude.
a
We
good-
can all
that's a
agree on
good-looking
that.
man.
Look,
In,
Good
in
looking man.
Baywatch, his forearms, so jealous of his forearms.
My
He's
favorite.
doing that pegboard, and his fucking forearms are fucking. I'm
My-
like, whoa, I want those,
My
but
favorite picture.
I ain't
is
twisting
Zac
ropes. I ain't
Efron.
doing that
Yeah.
shit. That's your
My-
guy, huh? There
My
you go.
my favorite, my faggot, my favorite.
Whoa. Hold on a second. We're talking about the L.A. Lakers. The Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers.
Give a shit.
Don't call them the Nuggets or
Don't
the,
give me that
the
face.
Knicks.
No,
None of
don't,
that
worry.
shit.
Don't miss that.
The favorite one is Zac Efron on the toilet, where he's like balancing, where he's pissing
Yeah.
on the toilet, but
Yeah.
he's doing like a push-up and he's talking on the phone.
Is that in one of the?
It's in one of his movies.
Clearly.
Oh my
I
god.
didn't think this was a picture that somebody just got of him.
That was his private life.
But I was trying to think of the movies. Anyway, we were talking about horns.
Yeah,
and
talking about
how the
instruments.
fuck we drifted to Zac Efron.
Because he's talking about the skin flute.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. You
We
did
let
this.
the guest choose
I
how
didn't.
this path goes.
All right, back on target
Holy
here.
shit.
The horn.
No.
The instrument. Damn it, I don't know how to put this.
The
Jesus
instrument that
Christ.
you play the
Which
best.
mouthpiece do you blow? God damn it, none of this works.
I'll just
Shit.
I'll take it away from you. No, so I do play multiple instruments. I can't fucking say it right, Glenn. What the fuck is happening?
Open your mouth when you speak.
You're not my boyfriend, Glenn.
That is aggressive.
Very, but hey.
Like, I mean, you know, I've never been flirted with on this podcast, and I'm uncomfortable.
I know you haven't.
Johnny, I'm just saying you could.
I could do better? Is that what you're getting at? Change your hair, motherfucker.
Oh my shit.
Anyway.
No, so I started with the violin when I was 6. That's a hard-ass instrument, in case you were wondering.
No, it looks difficult.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody's
I
questioning.
don't know.
it.
That guy in Revenge of the Nerds fucked that thing up, son.
That was a movie, sir.
He still did a damn good job. Somebody played that sound.
You know who plays a really good fiddle? Charlie Daniels.
The devil. Second place.
He played second
So
place
anyway,
fiddle.
you played
No, I played
violin.
I still play it to this day. Like I'll play at some churches every now and again.
Like the chicken
I
joint?
know it's shocking to you. It's shocking to you, Glenn, that I can
Did
walk
you say
onto a
that-
hollowed ground.
Did you say that, like the chicken?
I did.
Just imagine Aiden sitting in front of a church's chicken, just violining the fuck out of it.
Just playing Bacabel's camp. I was more classically oriented, so I was like, it's Pachelbel cannons and D's.
How long do you think he'd last? Which churches? That's the question.
Mansfield Road'd last all day. Nobody'd pay attention to it.
Lakeshore and Hearn?
Go out to like Hollywood, that area, they'd be like, what the fuck you doing out here, white boy? No, so I also play guitar, bass. I play just about fucking everything.
This has got to be the most intolerant episode we've ever put out. I love it. Okay.
Sorry,
Person, man.
the host of the show's not listening to you.
What you were saying?
I play a little bit of everything. I play some clarinet. There's a thing called a pocket sax. That is not a penis euphemism, Glenn.
I'm just listening.
Your face is telling me you want to make that a penis
His
euphemism.
mouth started watering, as I think is what you noticed. Pocket sacks. That sounds delicious.
What are you doing over there? Like, you don't even get him, do you?
Nah, I'm listening.
You're,
What else do you play?
that's about. I really do play everything. I play piano, percussion, guitar, bass, just about any.
Now, do you do this all when you do a show? You just bring like you're a one-man.
So
Knee cymbals.
when I'm doing I know what you.
Pow.
Just
No, you don't know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that the knee cymbals are a very much unappreciated instrument,
100%. Like the kazoo.
and the triangle.
no
Now look, the triangle
when I think of the triangle, I think of that Frasier bit where he's
makes
like,
me hungry.
looking at the dude and he's like, who's that guy? He's like, oh, he's in the Seattle Symphony. He's a triangle player. And then they cut back to him later. He's like, oh shoot, I'm late. He like runs to like go play the one note or whatever. But
Ding.
exactly. But no,
Can you imagine making a living doing that?
That'd be awesome.
I was about to say you get paid roughly about 80 grand a year.
To play the triangle?
Yes.
Look, hey, the fucked up part, don't imagine playing it. Imagine being off time.
Being wrong.
You got one job, one note at one moment in one song.
That is
and you make 80 grand a year.
Oh my God,
and
Aiden!
miss
No, Aiden just made the look. Nerds and fucking jocks can finally get together.
I do not see where this is going.
No, I'm talking about they can understand.
Uh-huh.
Ready?
Yeah.
The triangle player is the field goal kicker.
Okay.
Lowest paid guy in the symphony.
For the record, jocks don't appreciate him, and they make fun of him too. So I don't think this is going to go over.
They should. He's the most
Musicians
important
don't make
player.
fun of the triangle player.
Yeah.
They do not make
Right. I don't believe you.
They don't.
Well,
They be.
we'll make little.
Every person in our school band that played the triangle was not.
He wasn't well liked, Glenn.
No, he wasn't. What's the word I'm looking for, Johnny?
He wasn't the trumpet.
welcomed.
He wasn't the brightest star in the sky.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
It's
we
like-
didn't waste the dividends on that shit. We just had somebody reach over and go ding. That was also doing something else at the
Usually
same
they're a
time.
marimba player, and they're like, "Oh, I can hit that." I got that.
Yeah. I've got these toms over here, but I can do that too because I'm not doing much at the time.
Yeah, no, like that's kind of what I am.
I mean,
We didn't have
it's a
one
quiet
guy.
moment. Because if it's not quiet, you're never gonna hear the ding. Why'd you put it in there?
I think Gabby will appreciate this. Last night while we were watching the Super Bowl, I hit a really good zinger. Made the whole bar laugh when I was like, how do you think the parents took it when they said, I want to be a backup dancer?
Oh, a backup.
They didn't. Their goals were never to be J-Lo.
Yeah.
They were just like, I want to be a backup dancer. I want to play 7th through 9th place fiddle. I just want to be really good at. And the thing that made me laugh is all these guys in that bar were like, look at the way they're shaking it and all this. And I'm like, what's really funny? Not a straight guy on that stage.
Nope, not a single
Not
one.
one. They're picking her up, and that's why she's comfortable with them picking her up. Because if it was straight guys, the Super Bowl show would have been shut the fuck down.
We
You
are sorry.
I've never seen my dad look so captivated. My dad the entire time was watching like any minute now, J-Lo or Shakira was going to pop a pussy out, and he was going to get the show of his
I'm
lifetime.
sure for
I
very,
was-
very inexpensive, you can find either one of their vaginas on the internet.
They were very well.
I
There's
mean-
even deep fakes. There's those crazy deep
Yeah,
fakes.
even
out
if it's a
there.
deep fake, you
I
can
don't.
still jerk
It's
off
not
to
going
it.
to be the same. You know when it's not them. You can tell when it's a legit. You just want to. I mean, I'd rather her just be like there, not fake. I don't want to see fake.
Speaking of faking, so whenever I'm on stage, no, the
Pretty good segue, man.
Yeah,
We should learn how to do that.
What?
You got to learn how to improv, man. I got the UCB manual at my house.
This dude here. Did you read it?
I did. I did. read-
Bazinga!
Ooh. But no, when I'm on stage, usually what I do, especially if it's a smaller gig where I don't have anybody else, it's usually just me, guitar, trumpet, singing, and then I have these backing tracks that are pretty good sound, and then I'll use for that kind of thing.
You do originals or covers?
It's a little
Both?
bit of a mix. Yeah, it's a little bit of a mix.
What songs do you cover?
I've done the Beatles. I'll do, Come and Get Your Love, like all the Guardians of the Galaxy kind of stuff, and just
Galaxy?
Galaxy.
Is that
That's
a
porn.
parody?
That's a porn.
No, the parody is
Guardians of
Nod-
the Galaxy.
Nardians of the Galaxy.
Galaxy.
Bukaki of the Galaxy.
I had to. We were playing Cards Against Humanity the
Oh,
other night. I had to
nice.
explain
I
to
got,
somebody
topics
what.
or table conversation. I got a game in there that's a little different. You
I have
wanna
one
grab-
that's
go
like
grab
mine's like a meme version of it.
Well,
where
I
you,
have
like,
to put
throw a
my clothes in
meme.
the dryer.
it. Well, you'll do that between episodes. Where
Yeah.
are we at?
We're at 55.
Oh, man, we-
57.
Damn time.
No,
has
we're at
flown by.
37.
Is that
motherfucker.
37?
Yeah, you need to get better glasses.
No, we're on 51 and
Yeah.
recorded. Okay.
That's a
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Back to what we were talking about. So you were saying, now when did you decided you wanted to do comedy? Because that's where we met. We didn't meet. I
So-
didn't randomly walk into a jazz show.
I know you didn't, Glenn. I would have noticed you.
Can you imagine
That
me
ain't the
walking
jazz
in the
I
way
do,
I
Glenn.
dress up?
I see you scatting, sir.
I do some scat.
Scooby-Doo-bop-bop, scooby-doo-bop.
I could demonstrate the kind of jazz I do right here, right now.
Yeah, you do that. I'm gonna go grab this card game.
Ah, shit.
Dude, I'm busting balls. Don't take me serious. man.
No, but no, so yeah, the comedy thing came about because I was at Two Johns, and my piano friend, he was like, Molly used to work at Two Johns.
Okay.
And she was there, and she did this funny thing where she was like, for the, Desperado, the Eagles tune.
Yeah.
So she said like not Desperado, Lion Eyes. That's the one I'm thinking of. And she was like, you should change it to Chicken Thighs. You
Oh.
can't hide your chicken thighs.
Right.
So that was like and the people were like, what the fuck are they saying about
What the
back
fuck
there?
is going on up there?
But no, so like that's all long and short to say that he went to one of Molly's Bears at open mic at Bears, and he was like, oh yeah, I went up there and just tried it, and like that just interests me. Like, oh yeah, I haven't ever tried an open mic comedy thing. I'll give that shit a shot. Wrote some halfway to not halfway decent jokes, and yeah, that's where it was.
I would love to see you perform one halfway decent. No, I'm just kidding.
I
I
was
think that's the
waiting
most
for it.
truthful thing you've ever said on this podcast, man. Thank you for being so honest.
Well,
with
you
our guests.
know, the
Uh,
thing, well, no, the thing is, he does listen. He'll ask advice, and he'll be like, "Look, and a lot of his thing, I think, honestly, is presence,
Mm.
because
Well, I am a millennial. We don't really have a presence, I don't think.
That's the most honest thing that's been said at this fucking podcast.
Oh my, in his face
I'm-
right now.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Did you see where they had a different separation for millennials now? Look it up, Gabby. They have a thing where like
Earn your pay, Gab.
no between like 87 and 9. It's like between 81 and 87 is a different group of millennials where we have like old school values. We know how to fucking work. We don't bitch. We invented good music.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
Can you change a tire?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, that's one step
Can
ahead.
you do it without making a phone call?
Yes, absolutely.
What about a Google search?
Can you change the brakes on your vehicle?
So for those out here listening to this podcast who don't know, you get it up a little bit, not fully all the way, still want some weight.
Are we still talking about changing tires?
Yes,
okay,
exactly.
Just making sure.
What
so
kind
you're
of dicks are you dealing with, Johnny?
Mine. Mine, and I've got 2 sons in there. Those are the only 3 dicks that I have to deal with.
All that aside, listeners, do you do a cross X pattern? Because, yeah, that's how you fucking do it. Once those are loose enough and all that, I don't want to spend the rest of this time talking about changing
Wrong.
the tire.
Wrong. I never heard once him say cuss and scream. I never once heard him say
About a locked up nut that you spent 30 minutes
be
fucking stuck
scared
on.
as fuck because you're on the side of the interstate and you shit yourself whenever your tire blew. I didn't hear none of that. None of that.
I'm gonna tell you
What's
right
bad
now.
is when you lose a trailer tire.
Oh, shit. And you ain't got the fucking spare on the other
No,
side.
no, no. And you're doing 70 miles an hour down the interstate.
I was driving one night.
trailer tire
We were
blows.
following down. We're going to Webster Speedway before it closed down. And one of my friends, his tire blew out on the trailer. When it did, it blew the fucking fender off the trailer.
Oh, shit.
But it went sky high, and I just remember driving behind him, looking up like,
Where is it?
and I was like, I'm gonna get over
Hey, what is that?
before this comes down, and it landed in my race car. Thank God, because if it had landed on the truck, I'd have been pissed.
So, we went and helped my dad's best friend's daughter move.
Did you find what it's called?
Yes. The older millennial split.
Yeah.
And the younger millennial
Oh,
split.
it's just older and younger? I'm fine with that because I'm not a big fan of millennials, period. Like my generation, they came out
You
with some
fall
good shit.
into the older.
I'm aware of where I fall. You can kiss my ass.
1981 to 1988.
Oh, well, I'm in 85.
I'm an 81.
Yeah, word.
I'm the youngest, so I guess I should just get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Just
Your
get the-
opinion's shit, son.
The fuck out of here, you
I gotta
piece
start
of
calling
shit.
you son.
You didn't
Young
live
man.
You didn't live in an age where you could
Yeah.
constantly contact somebody.
Yeah.
You didn't live in an age where you could enjoy Blink-182 as a music.
Oh
I had
my
to drive to school uphill both ways, all right?
Carlin special.
Oh, dude, have you ever heard of this? George Carlin had a special called I Like When a Lot of People Die.
All right.
And he filmed it September 9th and 10th in 2001.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh shit.
And then September 11th happened and he never put it out.
Really?
Wow.
Because of just what he talked.
That's
I was
insane.
watching something the other day and they were talking about it. I'd never heard of it.
Well, I mean, if you look at like The Simpsons, Family Guy, and stuff like that, they say that they prophesy
Yeah.
the
yeah.
future. But the thing is comedically, the world is just as shitty as our brains are thinking it is.
Yeah.
And I mean, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, I love Carlin, I really do.
Yeah.
But towards the end, I was really
You lost it with him.
no. I just thought he was preachy and angry, which is true. But what I'm saying is, there's a difference to me between funny and like whenever we get like I love Ralphie May.
Oh yeah, but he'd get those like he'd have a
He'd
long.
go on this fucking
he'd have,
rant
like, a
about
fucking-
racism, or
He'd have like a 20-minute break where you'd be like, all right, let me get this on Netflix so I can skip past this fucking shit.
yeah.
Who y'all talking about? I'm sorry.
Ralphie May.
Ralphie May. Yeah, I've never really been a fan of Ralphie May.
Well, no. Oh man,
Ralphie's funny.
Ralphie's part of the reason I became a comedian.
I've never really. I mean, I've.
But I
listened to
will
him
say
before
this:
and
the
just-
first time my dad saw him on TV, he was like, he looks like a cartoon mouse that became a person.
I can see that
I
now
can
that
see
you
it.
say it. Yeah.
The thing is,
Just missing a backpack.
Exactly.
I'm friends with his ex-wife or wife.
Are you serious?
Yeah, with Lana Turner, and she is a peach. But me and her, like I sent when Ralphie passed, I sent her a message, and she's always given me good kudos on the weight loss and shit like that.
Nice.
Because I mean, when it comes to weight loss, I have a really like soft spot for it now, because I saw like you saw his body was literally collapsing under its own weight. And that really does get to me. And I know that you work out and you're trying to always, and he's got it worse than I do because he's shorter.
Yeah.
And so it's harder to see your gains and your leans, and you understand too, Gabby, whenever you're shorter, you can tell. Like, I mean, you're not as tall as I am, but when you gain 10 pounds, you see it. Whereas maybe not you because you're not short.
Well,
You're
I'm
not
fat as fuck too.
Yeah, but you're also
gained 10 pounds. It's
Yeah,
like,
but I mean,
just
you're
shove
also,
that right there.
You're also mid happily married. No, I'm just kidding. Happily married.
You'll
happily
get,
married.
You will get some if you want it tonight, basically.
You're wrong, sir.
Younger millennials.
Yep.
Thinking
That's where you
sex
were
is
mistaken.
good. Thinking
Thinking
marriage
sex-
is
Now
the
look,
guarantee
thinking
to
sex
sex.
is-
It'd be different if I'd been married for 2 years. I've been married for 11. No.
And she can just stare at you like,
No,
what
we-
the fuck are you doing, sir?
No, we just have to schedule that
Now,
shit.
see,
It's like
look,
an oil
I'm gonna
change.
switch
You know
this
what I mean?
one right here because it says that sport. Now, everybody heard that sportcaster that referred to the Lakers as the N-word versus the. Yeah.
Shit, no,
Did
I
you
didn't
not
hear-
see this?
I did not see this. No.
Oh man, she flat out.
I got
she
an
said-
opinion about that too. I think I know why she did it.
Why was she racist?
All right, look.
Was her contract up?
No, fuck no.
Oh.
I'd be willing to bet her daddy was a Rockets fan, and he has been calling them the L.A. you-know-whos since she was a fucking baby.
Well, okay.
And it just slipped out because she's heard it so many times. She said to Los Angeles, and something in her history came out and said her brothers, her dad, somebody's been saying that her entire fucking life.
Well, it's just
Guaranteed.
like right now joking around when I said messed up the favorite word. I'm not going to apologize for that. It fucking slipped out of my fucking mouth.
It's a flagrant foul. I mean, flagrant foul. Sorry.
See, my point is,
It's a faggot of... Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Sorry,
shit.
sorry about
well,
that.
we're
guess-
talking
I guess
about
you can half say
cigarettes.
it.
I can have...
We're talking about cigarettes.
I can...
Talking about being happy.
British cigarettes.
Those are Americans, sir.
I don't know. They say Edgefield. That sounds like
That sounds like a British
that
fucking
sounds like
place.
a British place. I live over there in Edgefield on
Is
the
the word
corner.
tea on it anywhere?
Yeah.
Edgefield, good with tea and biscuits. We're good.
I've
Good.
been,
See, we covered it.
I've been to England.
But my point is look.
I have. It's cold as fuck there. It was horrible. It rained just about every goddamn
Yep.
day except for 2.
Yeah.
I think I got my depression like literally was just like, oh my god, I could fucking vacation.
Do you know
here.
when I lived in California, my depression got worse?
I mean, I could understand that though, because you're surrounded by gorgeous people.
No. It's
And
the
then you look like you do? That could
no,
be
it's the
depressing.
fucking gorgeous atmosphere.
Oh,
You
really?
wake up every day and it's sunny and perfect, and you're like you're praying for fucking rain.
Are you serious?
You're just
Dude, did I tell you I
you
quit
just
my job?
what?
You
I
quit
quit
your
my
job.
job.
What?
Yeah, at the the can crushing factory. It was so depressing.
Oh my fuck. We walked into that one, Glenn. What the fuck?
We're talking about depression. I had to
You
get
know what's
Oh,
bad is whenever I
shit.
first walked in here,
Mhm.
this motherfucker was on the phone doing his job.
Yeah.
So I knew better.
Yeah, no.
Like,
And look-
did you quit whenever I put my clothes in your washer?
it's a
That's a
good-
terrible time to
Good
quit.
segue to my new Bluetooth speaker that I got.
Oh, are we sponsored by them?
No, not even a little. But dude, no, I bought this.
You got like 100 plus listeners. You should probably get some sponsors.
I'd love to have a sponsor, and I'd love for it to be JBL.
BL.
JLB, I couldn't remember. But no, I got this little $29 speaker for camping, and this little motherfucker is bad to the bone.
It's pretty loud. And
It's
all
pretty
that.
awesome. It doesn't distort when you turn it all the way up. It's got fairly decent bass. Not great, but it's awesome.
That's what's up.
And no, we're not sponsored. I just want to talk
I
about it
should
because I
tell
think
you,
it's awesome.
you can monetize on YouTube, and that could get you maybe some ads or.
We're trying
Decent
to.
Boom.
money.
Yeah, we are monetized.
We
but
are.
Yeah, no, do what
Oh,
you do.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, it's just a matter of getting the listeners and make sure that we're putting all the content that people want to listen to. Like me fuck up saying favorite.
What did you say? Just to refresh our
I'm
memory.
not going to do it.
You want me to have Gabby write it down on the board? Just
No, you write that on that board and
Do
you're
you want me
fired.
to-
Hold on, let me get you a Sharpie, Gabs.
Hang on. Do you need me to halfway say it?
No, I just
Hey,
need
don't
you to,
forget to sign the board before you leave. That's
Ah,
we got to
okay.
remember to keep doing that.
It's like the barcode thing.
So
They have
do
that
you-
giant thing you can sign.
Do you
Okay.
Other than open-
okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So have you done a showcase yet, or you just open mics?
From comedy?
No, but
Well, I'm sorry, Glenn.
Yeah,
you
we
just
have-
you mentioned Barcord, which is tomorrow.
Yes, it is. Tomorrow, if you're in the Shreveport area, come out to Barcourt and listen to some
Sit
open
in there with
micers.
20 other people.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
That's all it'll fit.
And when you finally listen to this, it's the what
Last
Tuesday of every
Tuesday.
last
Last
Tuesday. Of every,
It's last Tuesday.
Jesus Christ. So what? It's on Tuesdays at the Barcord at 9:00. Not every Tuesday,
God.
certain Tuesdays.
Is it bad that I'm
Reach out
getting,
to us and we'll let
I'm
you
getting
know.
old to where I'm like 9 o'clock open mic.
Ah.
It's not even 9 o'clock, Johnny. I think it's like 8, isn't it?
It doesn't start till late.
I'm pretty sure it's
We're
9.
comics,
I'm
though.
pretty
We-
sure it's 9
we
because it's
say
after
8.
the restaurant closes.
We say 8, but we mean 9 o'clock.
I don't mean to be rude, but you
But,
just said we were comics.
Wow.
Hey, no, I really-
Fucking wow.
well, I think he's talking shit to me.
That's who I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
don't.
Not you.
He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that to the guest. Jesus Christ, man! Come on now.
Fuck.
Johnny have to actually come and do some fucking comedy.
I was
haven't
about
seen
to
Johnny
say, this
do
man,
comedy in a month
this man
and a
is
half.
trying to get paid for his comedy. Like, what the fuck?
I haven't done it in a while, but you know what? I'm gonna come still be funnier. You're sorry. What's up with the?
Ooh.
Never mind. I'm not gonna bring up.
You
your
haven't
herpes.
seen the freaking...
Oh,
annoying
you
white-
I've been wanting to talk about your lip bump ever since you got here.
Oh no.
What happened? Looks like you got burnt by a cigarette.
No, what had happened was, is I decided to go down to New Orleans, and apparently me having fun and being excited about life was enough to send my body into an immune system crash.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like, no, I mean, I think I've had so much going on that they said that with the stress levels that I've been dealing with and working out as hard as I've been to try to cope with that, my immune system crashed. And when it did, I started, I got the fever blister, and it's the second one I've ever had in my existence. And then also my hands and my neck broke out in these,
Like hives or something?
no, like a growth.
Oh, shit.
Like my skin just started generating, and so I had to get them cryogenically frozen off, which was awesome.
Yeah.
But then she injected them with a virus, not a virus, but it makes it treat it like it's a virus so it doesn't happen again. But my body responds horribly to stimulus. And so now it looks like I got grazed by a vampire. And
So you know who you remind me of right now?
Glenn.
Wendy Williams trying to convince people that she didn't fart.
Ooh.
Well, no, the thing is, if
Callback.
I would have done something to get fucking mouth herpes, I'd be bragging. But
Be
my
like,
thing,
you should have seen the
I mean,
cooch on this one.
You should have seen the dick on this Wendy Williams.
but my point is like, and it's really weird because I feel you feel fucking awkward about it because you know everybody knows what it is, but
Honestly, it looks like a burn. I just
Well,
want
no,
to bust your
the
balls
reason
about it
that
because
it's-
anytime somebody has something by their lip, you're like, oh, you got herpes.
well, no,
Motherfucker,
this
it's
this,
ingrown hair.
this
Fuck
fucking
off.
busted like last night.
All in your
I
mouth?
went to bite into something, and it split my lip. And that's why
Oh,
it's
shit.
bloody right now is because it split my lip. And I'm like, man, what the fuck is that? And I look in the mirror and I just have blood running down the side of my, like I was bleeding like a stuck fucking hog.
Damn.
It was terrible. I don't recommend it.
Well, thank you guys for listening to episode 20, whatever the hell, of my infection, his
Oh, shut
cure.
the fuck
Jesus
up.
Christ, man. That's your microphone. Take that bitch home with you.
Oh, look, I'm not the only person that's ever had a fucking fever blister.
No, and I'm, dude, I just said every time somebody has something by their lip, you bust their balls.
Right.
It's that simple.
And it's not, but I was.
It's like whenever I got a zit on the head of my dick.
Did
know,
you
my friend-
really write that on
Yes,
there? I
what did
did
he
not
do?
say that. I did not say that. I said something else with the word favorite at the end of it. How dare you? You know what? And if you're going to write it in that fucking whimsical fairy tale handwriting you've got,
That's called cursive, Glenn.
That's hilarious.
That's-
that you actually know the name of that.
I write in cursive.
Do you?
I do,
I
actually.
learned it and was like, this is bullshit. I'll sign my name like that, but I ain't doing nothing else.
did you see the Sam Elliott commercial?
Yes, I
That-
did.
that was a great
That
one.
was
Old Town Road?
Freaking Little Nas X.
Yeah. Again, I saw it like 2 weeks before the fucking Super Bowl, man. I didn't understand it. I was expecting news.
What is the Stephen Smith versus Joe Rogan
Yeah,
thing?
I'm curious. Oh, I heard about this.
So Stephen A.
Yeah.
Smith was at that Cowboy Cerrone fight.
Okay.
And Stephen A. Smith said that it looked like Cowboy Cerrone had given up. Joe Rogan said, "You're wrong. You know, it just showed us that Conor McGregor is a bad motherfucker because Cowboy Cerrone's not a person that's going to give up." Well, I guess that was said at the fight. And then I think Rogan had a podcast and he was talking about it and he was like, you know, Stephen A. Smith shouldn't be talking like that because you're talking about Cowboy Cerrone. He's got the most fights. He's got the most this, the most that. He's taken the most fights on short notice. He is a legitimate bad motherfucker legitimately one of the best in the sport, and talking about fighting like as if it was basketball or football or soccer or any other sport, it's just not the same.
No.
Because when you go out as a team, you lose as a team. When you go out as a fighter, you get your ass beat literally, and you get knocked out or you get beaten by your opponent, and it's a lot more of an emotional loss.
Well,
So to say that Cowboy Cerrone gave up, you shouldn't say that because it's not good for the sport. That's what Joe Rogan said.
well, I
then,
mean, I would argue that that's in like with certain other sports too. I'm saying on that same level, but not you don't get your shit kicked out of you.
Well,
But like I
Right.
mean, like with racing, nobody else is in that car but me. If I get hurt in that car, if I lose because my talent, that's my favorite thing that is said
Well,
in dirt
but
track
I-
is when
but
they're
I
like,
think-
oh, his talent ran out.
I can respect what you're saying, but I think what Rogan was trying to say is in the actual the primitive sport of fighting,
Yeah.
where you're using your hands and your feet and your fists and your abilities, not a vehicle's abilities, not a crew of people changing your time. You know, that's what I say. I think it's because of the physical nature of what's actually happening.
Yeah.
He was like, you shouldn't talk about the sport like that because, and in this particular case, Stephen A. Smith doesn't have the knowledge that Joe Rogan has, and that's kind of what he was saying. Well, Stephen A. Smith got on Twitter or whatever and threw a video out there and
tried
was
to
like,
put Joe on blast.
was like, hey man, I got all these credentials and this, that, and the other, blah blah blah. And you know, I didn't really take it as he was talking shit to Joe, but he was basically saying, Joe Rogan, you're wrong. You know, and anytime you want to, you know, holler at me. Well, then Joe Rogan was like, I mean, you can say what you want, but you're just fucking wrong. But I thought it was humorous that, I mean, Joe Rogan's got a very special, I mean, I give him, he may not know nothing about, you know, basketball, soccer, baseball, you know, cricket.
but he knows fucking
But
fighting.
when it comes to fighting,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I'm going to listen to somebody about fighting, it's going to be
well, because
he's
he's
fucking Joe
fought,
Rogan.
he's competed.
He practices, but the most important thing is he's been around the sport since day one. So he know. I mean, you ask him if you ever listen to any of those podcasts,
But he
he's
keeps up
constantly
with
talking
other.
about,
He keeps up with other fighting sports.
yes,
Boxing.
fighting
Yeah.
sports, yes.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
absolutely, yeah.
He's not just UFC.
No.
He goes into everything.
But that was what that was about. Was, you know,
'Cause I know
their,
what was
their
it-
controversy back and forth, their arguments.
Well,
back and
wasn't there a controversy with like Bernie Sanders with?
forth. Joe Rogan?
Yeah,
Joe
say-
Rogan was talking to.
yeah,
man,
maybe
I can't
that's
remember
what I
that
was
chick's
thinking
name.
of.
They were talking about he wasn't a good endorsement, or
Well, so Joe
thought it was
Rogan was
with-
talking to some
yeah.
chick. I can't remember what her name is right now.
It wasn't Warren. It was somebody else.
No, but he was talking to a chick, and she said, "Who are you going to vote for?" And he said, "Probably going to vote for Bernie
right.
because." And then he
Yeah.
spilled out some reasons why, you know,
Probably
about Bernie
the-
being consistent throughout the
Yeah.
board. But then everybody, like Bernie Sanders, put it out as an endorsement. Hey, Joe Rogan's endorsing me as president, and never
Oh.
said anything. According to Joe Rogan, never said anything to Joe Rogan.
Okay.
Well, then, like Bernie's team just did that, and then people started freaking out and saying that Bernie Sanders should, like,
Drop his
endorsement
Yeah.
because of all the homophobic and racist things that Joe Rogan has said in the past. And then Joe Rogan was just like, you know, I mean, I give a fuck what y'all think about me. I'm a comic. When we're in here talking shit, we're swinging for the fences trying to make jokes because we're comics. Sometimes we land, sometimes we don't. And
it's
I say a
never
lot
written.
of-
It's never written with malice.
yeah, and
Yeah,
I've said
yeah.
a lot of offensive shit. And if you're taking your political advice from me, then,
From a
then
goddamn
maybe,
comic, like,
then
come on
maybe
now.
there's other things that you need to take into consideration as well. And that's kind of, you know, what all that controversy was about. Now, I don't know if Bernie Sanders ever came out and was like, you know, I don't want Joe Rogan, because I think that'd be stupid of him.
I mean, come on now.
I mean, yeah, I think if
It's
you're really
free-
if you're
it's
really
free
that worried
support,
about
I mean.
anything that a comic says, then
You're a fool.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, and again, it brings back that point of Dave Chappelle's comedy show.
Oh yeah.
You know, there was 5 critics that rated it in the beginning on Rotten Tomatoes, and it rated a 0%, and then they opened it up to the general public, and it rated a 99.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I'm really excited because Chappelle's doing that war on political correctness.
Oh, yeah.
and I love it. Because the thing is, some of the comedy that I write, and because I'm not, you've said it, and others have, like, because I swing for the fence.
Oh yeah.
I go for some really
But
gut
you
punching.
swing for the fence to everyone. You don't hold no bar to anybody. You
No,
just
no,
fucking-
everybody gets some.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody. But what I'm saying is, some of it I've been told very.
Except for straight white men.
Yeah, they
You
don't
never
like-
go after them. Huh?
They don't
You
fucking
know
like
better.
me.
You know better.
Nope, I was raised in a whole family full of them. I'm their least favorite creature. Oh, by the way, those shirts you gave me, the Under Armour polos, I wore one the other day, and Gabby told me that I look like somebody's fucking dad.
Oh,
And I was
what's
like,
up, pops?
What? A dad with 2 kids.
That's funny because that's when all those shirts fit me when I had 2 kids.
All right, we're on that hour mark.
We on the hour mark.
But don't worry about it because of all the technical difficulties, we're going to have another episode.
So, Mr. Fitzgerald, tell the people where you're going to be at. What to expect out of you.
Well, you can expect me to be at Frank's Pizza. It's a wonderful place if you have the scratch to get it because each pizza's like $15-20. That's
Or you can have that delivered by onthegodelivery.com.
yeah,
true.
That's true. But I'll be there next Wednesday. And
What
then,
time?
I believe it's from 7 to like 10 or something like that.
You do a 3-hour set?
Yeah, it's a pretty quick one.
Okay. That's awesome.
actually,
See
no.
my boy Jeremy.
Actually,
take care of you.
yeah, Jamie Show. He's
That's
a
my
great
boy,
He's
man.
a great man.
That's my guy.
I have that wrong. It's actually next Wednesday. Next Thursday, I believe, is my LA Tech Jazz concert. So if you want to drive an hour out to Ruston and watch a small little college jazz band play music, I'll be in that.
Or if you got some friends over there, let them know.
Let
Oh,
them
yeah.
know.
Let them know about this podcast. They can listen to it for themselves.
There's
Yeah.
And then go see him.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we're
Then
cooking.
I think the last thing I really have to plug is there's a little play thing I'll be a part of. That's at the end of February. It's Lumpy Grits. If you want to look that up on Facebook, that's like a big kind of artistry. They do plays and all a bunch of other stuff, so that's pretty cool. I'll be a part of that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Glenn?
February 15th, I have a show in Monroe.
Oh.
And I will be gathering up a comedian or two to go with me. And we're going to go try to do Kalos again.
Okay.
Tacos and tequila.
This time with no playoffs or college football or anything like that.
or
going
no
on?
fucking Superstorm 2000.
Oh, that's what it was. That's right. Thunderstorms. That's right.
And then
They didn't show up till 3 o'clock in the
February
morning.
28th, I think I'm going to be doing the Doghouse in Ruston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Well, I gotta
Yeah.
go out there then. I gotta go.
Penny
support
Pitcher
you.
Night. I used to go there and get... Oh, my God.
I'm going to need somebody to go with me.
Man, I
Johnny,
have
if
not
you
I'll
wanna
be
go.
there.
fucking
Yeah.
thought of the name of
I'll
that
be
place
fucking there,
in
man. I'll be there.
years.
Oh.
What was the name of that other place? Rabs?
Yeah, but we're not talking about that because
I
you ever
wa-
saw that video of the guy that hit his old lady, and the guy stopped the concert and he's like, "Hey, ass clown," and then he threatened to whip his ass or whatever.
Is that the dude that hit the dude with the guitar?
No.
Okay, I'm thinking of something else. Sorry.
Anyway, the guy, I know the ass clown. He fucking races with me.
He's racist with you?
Yeah, that's it.
That's
Oh
nice.
my
That's
God.
it.
That's
Great.
cool that you
now
got
we're done.
companions.
And that's episode 28 of
Oh,
my
all right.
podcast, His Man Cave. Thank you, Aiden, for being here. Y'all like, subscribe, hit the notifications tab, send us comments. I check them.
Fuck you, Johnny.
And speaking of fuck me, check out the My Man Cave Productions on Facebook, YouTube, all that jazz, and
Yeah.
you'll see
Yeah.
Two Guys, Two Hoots, and anything else we put out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, check that shit out. We're gonna be doing that without Glenn. So all of you that are ready to get rid of Glenn,
It'll be
check
my-
that one out. It'll be just me.
It'll just be
great.
My
It'll be
Man
me,
Cave.
my tits, and my love handles. I hope y'all like it.
All right. Peace out.
Mhm.
Love you. Thanks. Like, subscribe, messages, all those things. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Hello, Twitter world. Goodbye, Twitter world.